feel very great if I'm able to help you. So my best wishes are with all of you. And lastly, I want to thank my teachers. They were very supportive during my journey. I think they have seen my journey. So I'm very much grateful to them, thankful to them. With this, I end my speech. Thank you.
My fellow officers and my dear friends. First of all, I would like to thank you all for inviting me here today. I am greatly honored. Before going to discussion about the civil services, SC has already given my introduction. I once again want to tell you that I come from a Assamese medium government sector school, and that why I am telling you this is because all these things, like where you have come from, which medium of instruction you followed, all these things doesn't matter in this examination. The thing that matters is how you have performed in your mains and interview examination. Now coming to the civil service preparation and strategy, I'll be talking about GS. As Jannavi has already told you about what books to be followed, how to be prepared. So I'll be specifically talking about answer writing aspect. It is one of the most important aspects in preparation of civil services. I would like to draw your attention in a subtle difference between prelims and mains examination here. The difference is, in preliminary examination we have to fill the OMR sheet, right? But in mains examination, we get a chance to interact with the examiner. We get a chance to let the examiner know what we think about certain issue going in and around us, right? So that is the point where you get a chance to impress the examiner through your answer writing, and there you have to work on it. So how you will impress the examiner? Obviously there are two things. One is your handwriting and other is content of your answer, isn't it? So here you have to work on your own strength and weaknesses. Like if you have good handwriting, then work on your content and speed. Speed, content and handwriting, these three things matters in civil service examination, I believe. And if you have content ready and you have a poor handwriting like mine, I never had a good handwriting, so you must work on your handwriting and speed. Here I would like to share my strategy about answer writing. As Jannavi has told you that doing test series is must, but I tend to differ with her here, because I didn't go for any test series for mains, because I knew my strength. My strength is speed. I always wrote with good speed during my graduation as well as in my master's. So I knew that I can complete the paper within given time. That's why I worked on my content. And I scored fairly good marks, I believe, decent mark in my GS papers in mains. So I want to tell you that in this examination, one size fits all approach, you cannot adopt that. We 331 selected candidates. If you ask everyone, you will find a different strategy. So you have to work on your own strategy. You can listen to everyone, like the ads are there. Suno sabki karo man ki, isn't it? So yeah, you can listen to the speakers, whoever here tell you whatever strategy they followed, but you have to phase out your own strategy, what will work for you. You have to first know about your strength and weaknesses. If you have good speed, you work on content. If you have good handwriting, then do some speed practice. I did 3 or 2 tests before going to mains examination. Test in the sense not like coaching institute wala test. I took out the previous year's question paper and write in at my home. And I didn't go for any coaching. I prepared on my own. Self-study helped me. This is the thing I want to tell you about answer writing. And another most important thing about mains or GS, the syllabus is altogether a different game, but the mains GS papers are, you have to perform on an average. So what you can do is, in mains, if you can draw certain flowcharts, maps, etc. in your answer, that will help you. For example, I can give you here in GS paper 5, there was a question on physiographic divisions of Assam. there I draw the map of Assam and highlighted the physiographic divisions. That's how I tackle the questions. In GS paper 3 again, there was a question on FDI and FII. There I draw 2 columns and wrote the differences. That's how I tackle the questions. In GS paper 5 again, I want to share you one incident that happened during the exam with me. There was a question on Jiban Dinga scheme, a scheme of government of Assam in GS paper 5. What happened at that time? I didn't know about what Jiban Dinga is at that time, but it is a 10-marker question and I cannot leave that. I asked the person sitting beside me whether he has any idea about Jiban Dinga scheme. He said that he is also clueless. So what will I do now? I decided to attempt the question. Now you must be wondering how. I know nothing about Jiban Dinga, but how will I attempt the question? At that time, what I did is I used my common sense. Any scheme government takes up for what? For the welfare of people, isn't it? So that is one point. And another point, the question itself gives you the hint. There was a word Jiban. Jiban means life. So it has to be for the protection of life. On the basis of these 2 assumptions, I wrote the question. And I filled the space given for the question, that is 2 pages. And trust me, I scored decent mark in GS paper 5 as well. So, yeah, what message I want to give you from here is that if you don't know the answer, you analyze the question properly. It gives you the hint. And use your presence of mind, use some common sense, you will be able to tackle the question very well. So these are the things I wanted to say. Again, what she has already told you, that notes making is very important. I used to make my own notes. What I did is I took out the question papers of UPSC from last 2013 to 2020 because our syllabus has changed and it is as par with the UPSC right now. Even we have to appear 1 paper extra, that is Assam paper. So what I did, I selected the common topic, what are coming in every exam. I saw that questions on inclusive growth, questions on women, questions on Panchayati Raj institutions. These questions are coming every year. So what I did is I made the notes of those topics first. Then I went for other topics and I eventually made the notes of every topic that is given in the syllabus. So when I appeared in the mains, I was not surprised with the questions because I already knew that some questions from certain topics has to be there. That's what I prepared for mains. And yeah, notes making is very important. At first, the syllabus, when you start making notes, the syllabus will appear bulky. It will look like an elephant. But if you know how to tame the elephant, you will be riding on it later on. So that's what from me. I will not talk much. If you have any questions, any queries, any doubts, you can directly approach me. You can ask me here also. I'll be answering in any language you prefer, like Assamese, Hindi or English. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
A very good afternoon to all, respected professors, my fellow officers, and all my friends present here. At the outset, I would like to thank the Department of Political Science and the Center for Southeast Asian Studies, Guwahati University, for organizing this interactive talk. I extend my gratitude to our HOD, Professor Jayanta Krishna Sharma. Sir, thank you for providing us with this platform where we can discuss our journey and hopefully guide future aspirants towards a better preparation. I would also like to thank Vikas sir for bringing us here together. It goes without saying how this department has been significant in our life and for our growth all these years. My utmost gratitude to our professors for always believing in me, even at times when my choices were less than optimal. Never once have they made me feel undeserving of my aims. One can count on the department to support your aims and dreams, even if they might feel a little far-fetched to you. It did to me. Nonetheless, I have made it to a certain point, and for that I am quite glad. Now, only a civil servant knows what it takes to follow this journey. At times, it would feel like a rabbit hole from where